James Gunn just might be done. DC is a disaster, and Supergirl super stinks. So what are the Ellisons, the owner of Paramount Skydance, to do with their Warner Brothers fiasco they've just bought? Well, what if we told you they might be getting ready to seek out the heroes in a half shell? That's right, other franchises must take the lead, and they're investing big time in Leo, Mikey, Donnie, and even Ralph. It's a great time. It's a groovy time. Cowabunga, folks, and welcome back to the channel that continues to bring you the news ahead of schedule. We've got a scoop today. We're bringing it your way. It's not all that surprising, but it's a good time for all of us as we get to celebrate. Hey, the Turtles might be back. And no, not the Seth Rogen Turtles. Click the like button. We'll explain right now. As Supergirl is super falling, Paramount is crawling on over to their better franchises, perhaps trying to find something that will sustain them as they go forward, and it just might be TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All of a sudden, out of thin air, they're everywhere. And that is because, according to a source we have, although it is slightly rumor, Paramount Skydance is getting ready to revive Turtle Fever, and especially leaning into nostalgia of the 80s and 90s versions of the brothers in a half shell. Paramount plots Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live theatrical tour. This out of the Hollywood Reporter, coming out June 24th. So we are hot and fresh. Alex Weprin, always fresh, says the live event, which will launch next fall, time to the 40th anniversary of the original animated series, counts Tony-winning producer Eva Price as part of its creative team. Cowabunga! Paramount is plotting a live stage show, says the theatrical tour called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Live on stage will launch in fall of 2027 and feature parkour, martial arts, and hip-hop to tell the story of Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo in venues across the country. The show is expected to have a runtime of about 90 minutes, not counting an intermission, so it's probably about a 2-hour investment. All right, well, that's something, I mean, we didn't think we'd see Turtles in live action. Well, what if I told you that's not all? The Turtle stuff is happening fast and furious. From Parade, it says, Gen X icons, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles opens first ever pizzeria, but not at 90s prices. The immersive experience brings time travel worthy arcade pizza parlor nostalgia to generations of fans. Sabina Graves, well played on the subtitle there, says the pizzeria has lifted the lid on its first ever official establishment in Santa Monica, California. On opening weekend, lines of TMNT fans of all ages went around the block. The outdoor tourist-heavy retail destination where it is located was filled with peeps who wanted to get a treat, a pizza pie. When the 80s comic book series broke into the mainstream with the Turtles, scores of fans from Gen X to Gen Alpha have grown up with the crime-fighting brothers with a love for pizza. But, you know, going all in with full-blown restaurants and live-action shows, what is going on here?
And also video games. So
tell us about the video games, Vera.
Yeah, so back in 2023, Shredder's Revenge came out, was a fantastic game. I highly recommend it to anybody who cares about TMNT and loves beat-em-ups. That game was recently free, and it is currently still free on the Epic Games Store. They're trying to hype people up, I believe, for a sequel, but we're also supposed to be getting the Last Ronin game in the near future, which is being developed by Platinum Games, who did things like Bayonetta, for example, and DMC. And Last Ronin sounds like it's going to be a cool game. We haven't heard too much in terms of it. It's primarily just been announced that it's being co-written by Waltz and Kevin Eastman, who originally created TMNT, and they seem to be putting a lot of money towards it because it is being deemed a AAA large-scale experience.
That's exactly right.
Platinum Games working on a Ninja Turtles game is like unbelievable. That's an awesome studio.
Yes.
And
Platinum Games has made some amazing things in the past.
Can we just say, too, I mean, this is so easy. I don't understand the corporations, except egos and hubris. The Turtles arcade machine, all the way back from the 90s, and every Pizza Hut there was back in the day, people wanted that game updated. And it took all the way until just a few years ago for Shredder's Revenge to be made, and it's a beat 'em up. It's just like the arcade. Graphics are a little bit more cutesy, but it's a phenomenal and deep game and really, really fun, greatly made, and people adore it. It turns out that giving fans what they want, it should not take decades. And that's why I have some hope here. Paramount Skydance, as DC is failing. You see, it says the last Ronin creator says the supposedly canceled TMNT movie isn't dead yet. This is out of, let me get the right name here, Reactor Mag, I believe is the name of it. Says that this is by Vanessa Armstrong. I just want to report on this and tell folks out there that according to people we're chatting with behind the scenes, although it is a little bit of rumor, the holdup now is not that they got cold feet about Last Ronin. It's not that suddenly, you know, they're worried that there would not be enthusiasm enough to sustain such a film. It's that the powers that be said, wait, we get one turtle. What if we have all four, even if it's not Last Ronin, we want all four, and maybe we want them in the same sort of style that we saw all the way back in 91. So let's talk about that. Vera, Jonas, either one, whoever wants to take this. At a time when superheroes are really fading, it could be a great time to bring back the nostalgic turtles like we saw with the Jim Henson costumes. You could do CGI for the faces or whatever you want to do. But that realism, that grittiness of the turtles, I think is something fans have wanted now, again, for like 3 decades. And it's about time that happened and money was made. What do you say about it?
I feel mixed on it because obviously I love the Turtles. I'm very excited for a lot of the projects that have been announced, but at the same time, I am very hesitant to ask for, you know, nostalgic properties and characters to be brought to the big screen and revived and be brought forward to 2026, because that generally means that something is going to be altered in their backstory, or the content itself is going to be sort of updated and modernized. So I'm definitely very hesitant. I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess is the best I could say about it.
Jonas, your thoughts on the idea of bringing back the Turtles and putting them in the way that, I mean, because we've had Seth Rogen Turtles. Nobody wants Seth Rogen Turtles.
Nope.
Maybe kids do. Maybe they're fooled into that. But
No, actually, what's funny is I was asking my kids after they saw the previews for Mutant Mayhem what movies they were excited for, and I had to bring up Mutant Mayhem in the list of trailers, and when they remembered, they went, "Ew, no." And these are not cynical kids either. They just looked at it and said they didn't want it. So. These are not the kind of jaded people that look at something and even know that there could be a stupid version of it. They're the ones that we have to remind them, well, that's for kids. You probably could age up and watch you could watch something a little bit better. They just have zero interest in whatever it was that Seth Rogen was throwing down there. And they love Ninja Turtles. They'll binge all of it.
What are the thoughts on Michael Bay? Have they seen the Michael Bay stuff?
No, they have no interest in it. Secret of the Ooze and the 1991 are where it's at for them.
So it begs the question, why do these companies get away from what works? Because clearly the Turtles work in the form that they were in, whether it's the 80, what is it? The 88, 89, 87. I can't remember now
87.
when that 87 cartoon. There's the cartoon that followed thereafter that has some fans, you know, a lot of fans of that one. But there's a certain style to the Turtles.
Yeah, the 2003 CGI one has a lot of fans all its own. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's a little hit or miss. It's very it's very modern DuckTales. They're being goofy a little too much. It's a lot of that just happened kind of humor and gets very irritating very fast. But if I want that, I can just go watch the 800 seasons of Teen Titans Go that are already out there, and they do it better. The Ninja Turtles are an enduring property, and there's really no reason for Paramount to stay away from it. This should be as ubiquitous as SpongeBob SquarePants as far as that company is concerned. Like, this is an evergreen property, full pun intended. And the more they deviate from it, the more that they are doing that at their own peril.
Well, let me give him one more piece of credibility to this scoop that we've got, and it's a very small scoop. I mean, this is not hard to piece together. I think anybody could sort of sleuth this one. No denigration meant to the source that gave this to us, but there's a lot of breadcrumbs here. I would say, Vera, where are the Supergirl pizzerias or whatever it is? She's shawarma or sushi or whatever she eats. I don't know. Bars. Apparently, that's all she does, right? Where are the Supergirl bars? They're not doing it. Where are the Superman live events? Not doing it. What is going on here when the Turtles are getting all of this fanfare and Supergirl, they're like, please let us just move on. Please.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's for sure.
I think it's obvious where the money is going to go for marketing, and it's not for what is premiering right now. It's what may be premiering in the years to come. It's Heroes in a Half Shell, and Paramount right now is saying, yeah, we like that turtle power. You know, one of the greatest things we get to do each and every day is speak out and reach out to folks who don't know how entertainment works. And frankly, we think entertainment matters so much. It's why we do what we do. And you can help us send this out to even more folks. Click that like button, share, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. And wouldn't you know it, folks, we're even on Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/WDW Pro. We've got to go, but until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.